How you doing, guys? Eric from Wasteland.com. This is going to be another video about the Sun Oven solar cooker, which is a fantastic option for cooking something in a shit hit the fan scenario, but it doesn't have to be a shit hit the fan scenario either. It can be normal day to day. It could be while you're traveling or like boondocking an RV or something like that. It could just be an off the grid setup or just a way to do something sustainably and not use any electricity or power or anything like that. So, and this time I'm going to try hard boiling eggs because the instruction booklet right here, bam, it comes with it, has tells you how to do all this stuff. And the hard-boiled eggs were appealing because I like eating hard-boiled eggs, and you can supposedly do it without any water. You don't have to boil water. You just put them. You take a cardboard carton like this. You can cut the top off, and you can do up to 24, potentially more eggs at a time, which is awesome. It takes about an hour, so it's a little longer than normal, but you're not watching it or anything that whole time. You're just letting it sit out there for the most part. Every so often adjusting it every 15 minutes, half an hour, something like that. So let's see what happens. Alright guys, it's time for another experimentation. I've set this up, and it's actually a cool day out here today. It's only about probably early, low 70s. This has been out here for about 20 minutes. It is always astounding to me still how quickly this thing will heat up in like a not hot day like this. About halfway done. Staying warm. Still lined up pretty well. All right, that's it. See what we got. Don't forget these. Bit shaded. It's toasty. Now normally when I do hard-boiled eggs, I dump them in ice water. These are piping hot, so it's probably a good idea, but Mongo thinks he's gonna get some egg. Sit, you're not getting any egg. Old man Beardsley thinks he's getting some egg too. Not gonna happen. These are my eggs. First of all, we don't even know if this egg is actually hard boiled. Damn, that's hot. Sure looks like it. I'm gonna let it cool off for a second, then we'll check the inside. But it's definitely at least medium boiled. It's solid in there. Still really warm, but it's because I'm impatient. Seems like it did a pretty damn good job. I'm always terrible at peeling these things. That's why I think putting it in the ice water does make it easier to peel. Kind of separates the membrane from the shell. Lets them come off in bigger pieces. Definitely let this stuff cool off. This thing is still scorching hot. I ran it under the water. But I mean, so far I'd say that this is a success. It is definitely a hard-boiled egg with no water. And I didn't puncture the shell or anything like you have to do, or suggested to do in those egg cookers. So I was wondering if it was going to maybe blow up in there. See what it looks like. Ooh, that's hot. Yep, perfectly hard boiled. It's even fogging up my camera, it's so toasty warm. I'd say that's a success. And as you can see, there was enough room in there easily to put 2 dozen. I would suggest you hanging on to something like this, even if you don't have the actual cartons that are made out of cardboard like this. You could maybe take a piece of cardboard, make your own, just make a little stand like this and then drill holes in it that were a little bit smaller than the fattest part of the egg, and they would kind of just sit in there. And just be sure you don't use the styrofoam or plastic egg cartons, because 350 degrees will melt that shit right up. But there you have it, guys. Hard-boiled eggs, easy, 1 hour, 0 work, other than, like I said, I'd probably put the total amount of time that it took to make these about 5 minutes. Maybe 10 if you're slow. And that's all the little, every 15 minutes or so, just going out and turning a little bit, and then sitting it up and everything. And but that's spread out over an hour, so you could be doing chores. Just make sure you have your timer set on your phone. That's what I did while I was doing some laundry. Run out there, and this was an not overcast day, but a cool day where the sun was very low in the sky, and I only had a little bit of window in my yard now at this time of year. There's only certain parts where the sun will come in because of some trees. I'm out in the desert and I gotta worry about trees. Can you believe that? Palm trees and stuff. And there's all these walls and fences around, but easily enough. Cook these totally thoroughly and evenly, piping hot. Hey Mongo, you want this? I just ate. It's not too hot. Mongo, come here. There you go, buddy. Delicious solar eggs. So unsurprisingly, I'm very happy with the outcome of this. I'm gonna have to stash these. That's the one thing that you do have to have something like this that you can put them in. But like I mentioned already, you could find all sorts of ways to stabilize the eggs in there. Even if you needed to, you could probably just put them in some sort of pot, just loosely, and not need these. But it's easy enough to come across something like this, so I'll save those for that. And of course, you need gloves. I made the mistake of not having gloves on the first when I went up to open it, just after preheating it, which luckily hadn't gotten too hot yet. So that's the only thing that I can honestly see as an improvement on the Sun Oven, is that the tabs could be, that you close the window with, could have an extension on them that are maybe plastic coated so they don't get so hot. And then the, you could just turn it without having to without burning yourself. But it's not that hard. You have to have gloves to get all the pots and stuff out of there anyway. So it's always a good idea to grab a pair of gloves when you're working with the thing. But very happy with it. And check the link in the description, because they gave me a coupon code for this thing where you can get it's like $50 to $75 off, depending on whether you get just the oven or the kit. And I recommend the kit because it comes with the pots and pans, it comes with the little water pasteurization tool, it comes with the hydration to be able to do dehydrating, and the racks for that, and all that stuff. So everything you need right out of the box to get going, and it's fantastic, well worth it. So check them out. Once again, I'm going to be doing more experiments with them in the future, and just cooking some of my actual food in there like I have with the rice. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.